thì em vẫn sẽ chờ đợi một ngày anh sẽ cạnh bên bên. Yêu em thương em dành cho nhau những gì đẹp nhất thế gian, chẳng bao giờ phai. Gió nói lời yêu vô hình, trăng nỡ từ chối vô tình, ngoài hoa cũng khép đưa. Dịu dàng ngoài trú với đất trời, quyện vào mùi hương để hòa theo làn gió. Riêng em thì chẳng biết khi nào, chỉ đến bao giờ cứ giúp dâng trao, chỉ mãi nghĩ đến anh.
Start. Yeah.
Nhìn xem mình bơ vơ tối sập một mình đơn côi, đón anh trong ta. Em yêu thật lòng trời cao cũng biết mà, anh ngu thật hay giả vờ. Xem em như mây thường hay phớt lờ trưa chiều, như vai như thêu trong tim. Thêm bao nhiêu lâu thì em vẫn sẽ chờ đợi một ngày anh sẽ cạnh bên bên. Yêu em thương em dành cho nhau những gì đẹp nhất thế gian, chẳng bao giờ tan.
Them, or nature will use its method of thinning forests and burn them. Another depletion was that of the virgin fishing grounds of the lake. During the boom days of the last half of the 19th century, what became a nationally famous trout fishing industry sprung up to feed miners, lumberjacks, and railroad men, as well as the guests of swanky New York hotels, and each year took hundreds of tons of native silvers and cutthroat trout from the lake. As a result, World War. That marked the start of another boom, a commercial one, has indeed made Lake Tahoe America's all-year playground.
Xa một đôi mèo hoang ôm mái chài,
of approximately 6,220 feet at the indigo blue of the over 1,000-foot depths and entered the light green waters of the bay's entrance, where for a few moments we will have only 4 or 5 feet of water under our keel. Gouging and scraping off the sides of mountains and digging out the bay. On the mountainsides ahead, the waves lie ashore. Gigantic scratches beneath massive boulders rock from the ice as it inched its way towards the lake. And that almost shiny appearance on the rock face was also outcropping, a very hard rock that resisted the glacier that carved out the rest of the bay. Or it could be a granite monolith that was carried down from higher elevations and deposited here by the glacier. However it happened, it's being vessel, which you can see among the trees on the shoreline just ahead off the bow. In 1928, a wealthy California heiress, Mrs. Laura J. Knight, purchased the head of the bay, including the island, a total of 230 acres, for a reported $250 million. She wanted to build a summer home that would fit well into the alpine surroundings. Because it looked so much like a Scandinavian fjord, she decided that a Viking castle would be most appropriate. Mrs. Knight and the designer architect went to Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and Finland to study the Scandinavian architecture of old churches, homes, and castles. Structures dating back 1,200 years that would be faithfully reproduced in the building of Mrs. Knight's castle in the sky. Construction began in the fall of 1928, with the workers laying the main foundation before the winter snows came. They returned in the spring of 29. Nearly those were brought in by boat from South Tahoe. It was hard work, long hours, but finally, in August of 1929, Vikings opened to the tea house, a 16-foot square stone structure with miniature fireplace, 4 windows, table, and chairs. A light lunch and tea with high society chit-chat held past a summer afternoon. Such is the life that the idle had left only the stone walls of Mrs. Knight's tea house standing.
Em yêu thật lòng chứ tôi không biết anh ngờ thật hay giả vờ.
Another interesting personality of Emerald Bay was a gentleman by the name of Captain Richard Barter. The retired British seaman signed on to be the caretaker of the first summer cottage ever built at Lake Tahoe. Ben Holiday, the stage line tycoon of the West, built his cottage here in 1860, and needing someone to do the chores and to keep an eye on things, hired Captain Dick. Spending the year round in the Emerald Bay, Captain Dick had to fight the elements more than once. Break the monotony, and then, because of the freezing weather, lay down in the boat with his faces. Captain Graff proceeded to nip at its warmth throughout the night. Here's the end of the next day before the old sea dog made it to Emerald Bay and dragged himself to the cottage. He lay in a stupor for several days before he realized that his toes were frozen. They had to be amputated. The captain did surgery on himself with a carving knife. Somehow he survived the ordeal. Captain Dick Barter's favorite bit of conversation during the summer, when guests were about the holiday cottage, was to tell the story of what had happened, and to open the box, pointing to its contents and saying, "That's my toes."
Nhìn xem mình đưa với tôi giật mình nhìn đường côi đón anh trong ta. Em yêu thật lòng chứ tôi không biết mà anh ngờ thật hay giả vờ. Xem em như mây thường hay phớt lờ trưa chiều, như vai như theo trong tim. Thêm bao nhiêu lâu thì em vẫn sẽ chờ đợi một ngày anh sẽ cạnh đến bên. Yêu em thương em dành cho nhau những gì đẹp nhất thế gian, chẳng bao giờ tan.
cái đảo giữa mình đi ngang qua đó. It's right here now, but you see it from up high.
I want to park the car here
That's
and
the
walk
point.
back.
Hi, Nin. Is that water extremely freezing? Hi. This water is from the snow melting.